Welcome to Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement, part of the Treehouse Podcast Network. On today's show, we'll discuss cycling, nicknames, Hooters stories.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
I can't wait to get to the Hooters stories and more. Steve here, co-host for today, Detective Curtis Hadley.
Always a pleasure, guys.
And we're joined with two guests in studio. We've got Officer Marcus Mendoza.
Hey.
And we've got Lieutenant Kynrick Koralewski.
Kynrick.
Which is
we'll just call him Lieutenant Dan.
Or
just K. Just K.
KK. We should have had KK on with AJ.
There was two guys actually on the bike team who were calling you the wrong name for what?
2 years.
Yeah.
3 years, maybe.
He just went with it.
Well, with a name like yours, after so long, you just stop correcting them, right?
Just go
100%. Absolutely.
100%.
100%.
I was be like, hey, K.
There you go.
We'll go KK. No. Yeah. So Kynrick.
Yes, sir.
Fault 2.
At 3, you start slapping.
This could be a tough show.
The way I used to do it when I was a kid is it's kind, no D. Rick.
Kynrick. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Kynrick.
Yeah, and then Koralewski, because everybody out in the country says Koralewski, so I get that a lot too. So
Koralewski. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what we're going to do? Anytime we mention your name today, I'm just going to be like, and what's your name again?
Yeah, there you go.
That guy.
Perfect.
Where does that name come from?
So it's actually
his mom and dad.
Yes. No, actually just my mom.
Okay.
Just my mom. So my sister has a KY name. Her name starts with KY. So I'm not even going to get into it. I'm going to protect her.
I'm going to pretend I just didn't hear
that.
Yeah, moving right along.
And so my mom wanted a name that started with KY, and she found it in a big book of names. It's actually Gaelic.
Gaelic.
Yeah.
That goes along. Never mind.
KY and Gaelic. Put it all together.
Sorry.
It works.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sometimes it does work, I guess.
Well, you got KY. Tends to make it easier,
but it's not
quick.
Kyle, right?
Yeah,
because that'd be terrible. But
wow, yeah, and I almost said no pressure for pronouncing his name right. Oh, okay. We need to move. Oh, let's move on here, guys. I do want to thank Survivor Gina Medland. She actually stopped by this week, and Gina gave me a flask.
Oh, yeah.
Gina's husband Darren, unfortunately, was killed in the line of duty. He was a Grapevine officer. He was killed on June 12th, 2004. So she brought a memorial bracelet by, dropped that off, and the guys over at Grapevine PD, they have an organization called Remembering the Fallen Heroes. So they made some flasks. So Gina dropped one off. So thank you, Gina. And the reason Gina stopped by, because if you recall previous episode, Mark Vincent, Mark is a DRE instructor, and he was actually teaching a DRE class in Colleyville this week and asked for volunteers to come by and obviously partake in some beverages so his students can test them. And he asked if I could get some survivors to volunteer. Told Karen, said, "Hey, what do you think? Would they be interested?" And she said, "You better believe it."
So you commemorated with a flask.
Yes. So yes, a bunch of the ladies went out and helped out the DRE class there in Colleyville this week. So they had a good time. I was their designated driver. So yeah.
Well, shout out to them. Thank you for your service.
So yeah, no, that's great. The ladies like to be able to give back to the profession.
Absolutely.
That keeps them in the loop because they are part of the profession. Now, I understand. Okay, we are here. We record on Fridays, and today is actually Friday, July the 11th. Someone in the room had a birthday yesterday.
That's what I hear.
Oh,
yes.
I don't know who that could be.
I don't either.
Well, it wasn't me. So
I tried to stop counting birthdays, but my family forced it upon me to celebrate. But yes, I turned 45.
He's in the senior plus category now.
Yeah, I'm a senior Masters plus now, I guess. Yeah,
and Marcus, the one thing I would like to share with you is that, you don't count your birthdays until after you've completed that year. So if that makes you feel any younger,
No.
you don't start off at 1. You have to go 365 days before you get to that 1. So,
Well, I mean, technically, it's like 750 months if you want to go that route. So,
wow.
It's a lot of months.
Yeah, my brain's hurting. Let's slow down on that
No
one.
more math. No more math.
Okay. And Marcus, you are an officer. What agency do you work for?
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth. How long you been over there?
21 years now. To that, May of 2004.
May of 2004. So you've been there for quite some time.
Look.
How many years are you going to try to get in?
25. And that's it. I've got a countdown on my phone. I've got 3
25
years.
and out.
3 years and 10 months.
I had a countdown prior to my retirement, and it's great because whenever you cross that, you actually cross the last day of the year prior, then it says you have one less year to go.
Exactly.
Although it was only one day that went by, you feel like, I dropped a year.
And I was watching that countdown too, just
yeah.
recently.
That is nice. Kynrick,
Yes, sir. Excellent job. Excellent.
you are a lieutenant, correct?
Something like that. That's what they told me.
Made
Okay.
himself important.
Wow. And you're with Fort Worth as well?
Yes.
Okay. How long you been over there?
22 years.
22 years. You have a countdown going?
Well, about 9 years. I'm going to do the drop.
Wow.
'Cause I started pretty young. So I've got kids going through college and everything. So I'm going to do 31. That's the goal.
He's management. It's easier.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
glad Marcus went there because I was
Coming
about
from the
to,
equipment manager.
I was about to drop that.
There you go.
Any special assignments while you guys have been over at Fort Worth?
We've done Marcus did the DNC or the RNC in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's so I started midnights, worked the street and all that. And then I went to the bike unit for some years. And then now I got a desk job I manage our fleet. But during the bike team, yeah, we did actually I went to Obama's inauguration way back when, and I did the first RNC and what else? I think that was it for special events.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, all the local protests and all that stuff, but getting out of the state, I went to DC and then I went to the Cleveland RNC.
Any special assignments during your time at Fort Worth? I know you've been on the cycling team.
That's about it. I mean, my hobby is taking over my job basically. I went working midnights and evenings on regular patrol, and then after that, after I found a bicycle, then I went to the bike unit, and then I stayed there as long as I could till I got kicked out. And then
Not by me.
No, not by him. It's previous management. But,
That sounds like a sore subject.
yeah. One of them's in jail actually. So
Oh wow. Okay. And any other assignments at work?
not by me, by his personal action.
Yeah. So I was an officer in patrol. Did 7 years. Was an FTO in that time. Went to schools for a while. I needed it. Don't knock schools, right? Okay.
No.
I applied for that.
It was a lot of it had to do with childcare issues. I was a single dad with 2 young daughters. So rather than put a burden on patrol or whatever, I went to a school unit and was able to spend time with the family and take care of the kiddos.
Nice.
So then I promoted, went into the burglary unit on East Side, the detective unit, and from there was able to go to robbery. So I spent almost 3 years in robbery before I promoted as sergeant, and then spent 6 years as a sergeant back in schools. So
My career is a lot less interesting.
and then I went to lieutenant and then came to the bike unit. I think I'd always loved bikes. The thing I love about cycling is you feel like you're a kid again, and so back in like 2009, I went through, before I was a police officer, I worked for City Center Security downtown Fort Worth, and they have all their employees go through LIBA at the time and get mountain bike certified. And so then in 2009, I went through it again with the city, and had tried to get on the bike unit a few times, And then when the opening came up, when I was first a sergeant, I was a bike sergeant on West 7th as well. And that was a small unit. We only had like 4 guys, and we would kind of goof off when it was cold in the winter. We'd play ping pong and
Throw this out there. I started that unit.
he did, yes. And then
So he kind of owes you.
Yes.
he
Okay.
does. and then so once I was able to be a lieutenant, they're like, "Hey, do you want to be over the bike unit?" I was like, "Absolutely, 100%." So we went to the RNC recently up in Milwaukee. Now we're kind of gearing for the World Cup. A lot of what we do involves public order, protests, and all that. So during the summer of 2020, we had, I think, like 65 straight days of protests.
Wow.
And then now we've knocked it down. We're at about like 14, anywhere from 10 to 14 a year that we get on average, and it's kind of kicked up this year with everything that's gone on. So we handle that, and then we're gearing up for World Cup next year.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
Now, both you guys obviously are avid cyclists. I know you both from the Texas Peace Officers Memorial Ride, and that's actually something that I co-founded back in 2013, and it's a bicycle ride, 150 miles over 2 days, where we honor our Texas fallen officers and raise funds for their families that we donate to the Concerns of Police Survivors organization. And you guys have been there for a long time. We do the event every year in conjunction with our Texas Peace Officers Memorial there at the Capitol. And you guys have always represented Fort Worth well, but that's how we met. And I guess Kynrick.
There you go.
Oh man,
2 times
That's
in a row.
twice. That's twice.
Kynrick, you've got a story about the Texas Peace Officers Memorial Ride, correct?
I got a few, but we'll get into one. So this was was it not this past ride this April, but the year before was the first year back from COVID, correct?
I think so.
The year before, yes.
Yeah. So as there was one route we did. It was from Fort Worth to Dallas, and then and that, oh my gosh, that day was so hot. I mean,
and we took that route because of then Mayor Price.
Yeah.
When she requested it, and one and done.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, and then we were riding on the access roads the whole time. Just up and
that's
down,
when we
up and
got
down,
hailed
up and down.
on.
And we got hailed on.
Good thing we had helmets on.
Yeah. So it was 95 the first day. Then the next morning we start out in
That's
Waxahachie, and it hails on us, and it's like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And of course, God bless her. What did Mayor Betsy do? She got in her Tahoe and drove to the next rest stop. She's like, "I don't do cold."
Wow.
I was like, "Hey, I don't blame you. I wouldn't do cold either."
We love you, Betsy.
Yeah, she has been a great supporter. But so last year was the first year back, and so typically when we stop in Lockhart, there's like a park where we can go and have a rest stop, and there's a lot of bathrooms in the park. Well, last year that park was being renovated, I guess, and so we couldn't use it. So I had to roll into downtown Lockhart and use the fire station as a bathroom. Of course, there's only one stall for the men and women. And It's an old firehouse.
It's a closet.
It's a closet. Yeah. And so there's a super long line. Well, we had been out at Hooters the night before in San Marcos, and we were telling stories. And I love hot, spicy food. And I can't say no to 3 Mile Island sauce.
So nothing like hot, spicy food and then go ride your bike.
Go ride your bike.
Okay.
So,
what could possibly go wrong?
Breakfast happens.
Afterburner?
Breakfast happens. Caffeine kicks in. We get to Lockhart, and I'm like, I gotta
You're
go to the
that
bathroom. Dude, I gotta go to the bathroom. And so I'm trying to hold it. I'm trying to hold it. And I'm like, I don't think I can hold it anymore. Like, this is like what we call an Ag 99, right? Yeah. So I'm doing Ag 99 full on, like, hey guys, fire guys, is there any other? And it's like what, 7 a.m. in Lockhart at that time, because that's our second stop, right?
Yeah.
So because we leave at 6. Yeah. So it's like 7:30, and I tell those fire guys, I'm like, is there anywhere? They're like, there is a bathroom upstairs. So I go up there. I try and take care of it as best as I can. They're like, just don't mess with the bathroom. I was like, I can't make any promises. So I'm up there. I'm like, this is taking a really long time. And we were on a tight schedule. And so I come down and everybody's gone. I mean, you're talking, 70 guys plus the motors guys, everything. There's one San Antonio Motors that stuck with me, and I was actually a ride marshal for that ride. So I had a radio. I'm like, hey, where are y'all?
Where did I go?
Out of range.
Yeah, out of range. So so he's like, hey, come on. So I pretty much motor pace him all the way back, and that's kind of how I learned how like all these Tour de France riders see how they catch back up to the peloton when they go to the bathroom. But man, it was a close call. I was a good 2 miles behind you guys. And so I was.
Well, you were
I
10
was
pounds
crushing it.
lighter now, so
I
mean,
was, yeah, and had the extra horsepower, so it was good. But that was a great time.
And I mean, he wasn't nervous as crap either because
No,
he was
there was
empty tank.
Empty tank.
There was
yeah,
no
but I'm
crap.
pretty sure the chief came in and go, "Who in the heck used my bathroom?"
I left it clean. I promise. I cleaned up. I was like, okay, I can't do this to them. But yeah, it was good old spicy Hooters. God bless them.
You got to watch out though. Firefighters like, yeah, we've got a bathroom upstairs in the back. Come on up.
That's a good point.
Whoa.
You already have a pole in the house, so
Yeah, that was a good point.
He fell for that one. Now you guys have taken part in the World Police Games. Just got finished with that, and you guys are out there representing. And tell us a little bit about that. I mean, I understand, Marcus, you told me earlier they were in Birmingham this year.
So this was our second edition of going to the games, and it's the world. It's basically the Olympics for first responders. I mean, every country in the world shows up. This is our second edition. The first one we went to was it's every 2 years. So 2 years ago it was in Winnipeg, Canada, and that was our first one. And we had a blast. It was fun. We got a few medals. We raced, and then went again this year. It was just 2 weeks ago. And of course, the racing this year was a lot more intense, a lot more competition. But, and I had found it online. It was just, I was working in the bike. I don't remember where I was working, but where I was not working because I was surfing the internet. But I just found it, and I brought the info to the guys and, hey, do you want to go and let's raise some money? So that's how we found it.
So you guys got out there. Now I understand there at the games, you actually did good in the mountain biking competition.
Yeah, this year I got second in the mountain bike. So they divide up the races. There was a few different races. So my race was 30-year-olds to 59-year-olds, and then they award medals by age groups within that.
Wait a minute, you just had a birthday. Same age group next year, or
different age group next year?
He goes up.
Ooh.
Is there a lot of mountains in Birmingham?
There was some hills.
There's a lot of hills.
Is it really? Okay, I've
It
never
was
been
actually
there.
pretty hilly.
Birmingham is the hottest, most disgusting place I've ever been.
We were riding our bikes.
I was about to say that. I feel bad for the people that like from Belgium and stuff that come over and like, we show you all this stuff and you come to our country, and then we're taking you to Birmingham, Alabama for our country.
Well, I say it was very clean, very nice place, but just trees everywhere, beautiful, right? Lots of hills. It fools you into think you're in the mountains, but it's only like 500 feet of elevation. It's just the trees are so tall and there's so many of them. There is zero wind, and it's like
Very
95% humidity.
It's not like it's July or anything.
No. Well, that doesn't hurt either. But like even you go to the coast, like Houston or New Orleans, places that you normally associate with, that nastiness. At least there's an ocean breeze, right?
Yes.
There was nothing. It was so still.
Yeah, Alabama's only got that little spot at the end.
Yeah,
Touches the water,
and
that's all they got.
Thought about going, but it was 5 hours away.
So we're doing the time trial, and we both have they're basically like carbon boat shoes. They're just full carbon tubs, and there's no ventilation, and they were just filling with sweat.
Take your
And
shoe
you could
off
literally
and it pours
dump
out.
the sweat out of it. It was so gross.
And this is fun.
Oh
Yeah,
definitely.
Type 4 fun. I think it goes beyond type 2 fun at that point. But he did awesome. He did they basically, it's like a series. Every day is a race. There are no off days the whole entire week if you sign up for everything.
6 races, and it's each day.
Yeah.
So
And Marcus, you did good in the mountain biking, and I mean you came fully prepared for that race, correct?
Oh, absolutely. So packed everything. I had packed the van. I had spare everything until we got to the mountain bike race. I pulling my stuff out, and I couldn't find my shoes, and I remembered I forgot my shoes. And
Awesome.
and it's just I don't have bikes. They're special, shoes, cycling shoes where it clips into your pedals and whatnot. But so I got on Google. I was like, let me find a bike shop, see if we can find some shoes. So I was searching whichever bike shop was close by. End up going, and I walk into the store. Of course, they have a bunch of shoes. I'm looking at them. Price $250, $300. I was like, I'm not paying this. So I ended up finding a pair of shoes that was decently priced. And then so I bought them. I was like, well, I'm thinking maybe I can borrow somebody's pedals or whatnot, because I'm not going to go and spend another $300 on pedals and cleats and all that. Well, I ended up not buying them and didn't find anybody. And then so I get to the check-in. And I get to the lady. She's like, I'm here to check in, but I don't know if I'm going to ride because I forgot
All my equipment.
all my stuff. So, but I'm just going to take my number for a souvenir. And she goes, well, I have pedals and shoes in my car. You can borrow them. I was like, that would be amazing. So she goes and she gets her shoes, takes her cleats off her shoes. She pulls her pedals off her bike, and lo and behold, I get second place. So it was
well done.
Yeah, it was nice. So
Right.
I thanked her and everything. So
Very nice.
It's funny how you always forget something for a bike event, because he calls me. He's like, hey, can you take my chain and wax my chain for the next day?
Whoa,
I was
whoa,
like,
whoa,
oh, yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Chain
I
waxing.
A lot of
Whoa.
chain waxing going on.
Ocean breeze wax.
Oh.
Got to smell good.
KY.
Yeah, only the best. Only the best.
This is Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. Check us out online at offbeatcopshow.com.
Let's talk to Daniel Cook now from Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. 833 Cook DFW is the phone number. The website is cookdfw.com. How are you doing, Daniel?
Doing great, sir. Thank you so much, man.
Now, I know you work with a lot of clients who have filed insurance claims. What advice can you give someone in regards to insurance claims?
Well, insurance is scary, especially for your property. A majority of our clients, unfortunately have had an auto claim, with the car getting, in a wreck or something like that. Or, they dealt with insurance as far as health coverage, things like that. But when you deal with it for your property, it's totally different. And a lot of people don't know what to expect. And so that's where we kind of come in. Now, there's legalities. As a contractor, I can't speak about policy. I can't speak about coverage. I can't speak on certain actions that the insurance company does, but we can help you from a contractor point of view to let you know what your actual claim needs to have done. And so that's where we come in hand. We want to educate our consumers that, just because you have roof damage doesn't mean you don't have other damage. And when you have a weather event at your home, it's all your property that's covered, not just your roof. That's your gutters, it's your windows, your window screens, your AC unit, your garage door, your fence. There's so many, your personal property. I mean, I've seen it where people's canopies or something like that, soft cloth, patio covers, barbecue grills. There's so many things that could get damaged in a claim. And so that's what we're here for. We want to educate you. We want to help you. We want to walk with that path down the insurance claim with you and make sure you get fully covered.
And that's the great thing about you and Cook DFW is that you guys are looking out for the client's best interest. Make sure that, hey, if you've got damage to other property other than your roof, that again, like you just said, if it's covered by insurance, then it needs to be in there. And a lot of folks don't understand that. So it's good to have someone with experience and knowledge that can help you out. Give Daniel a call at Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration for any of your roofing, remodeling, or restoration needs. The number's 833 Cook DFW. The website, cookdfw.com. Make sure that you check them out on Facebook and Instagram. And be sure to ask them about their free first responder upgrade.
Hi, this is Joanne Jackson. My husband, Dallas Police Officer Brian Jackson, gave his life serving the city of Dallas in 2005. The RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation supports the families of Dallas and Fort Worth area police officers and firefighters who have selflessly fallen in the line of duty. To donate, please visit offbeatcopshow.com or treehouseonair.com and click on the link.
And we're back to more Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. Steve here. We got co-host today, Detective Curtis Hadley.
Great to be here, guys.
And we're joined with two guests in studio. We've got Officer Marcus Mendoza.
Still here.
Still here. Marcus did not leave during the break.
He didn't.
Good. And we've got Lieutenant Kynrick Koralewski.
Lesky. Yeah, it's just K. We call Lieutenant.
Yeah, Lieutenant K.
Yeah,
Lieutenant
just K. Just K.
Just K. Just in K. Now, this segment sponsored by our good friends at Alexander Financial Management. If you have questions about retirement planning, investment strategies, life insurance, or estate planning, check out Alexander Financial Management at alexfm.com. Also want to mention Offbeat. We're part of the Treehouse Media. Treehouse Media, their main show is the Treehouse Show, the Treehouse Podcast Show. If you guys have not listened to the guys on the Treehouse, check them out. You can listen to them on treehouseonair.com. I bring up the guys on the Treehouse because they're going to be doing a road show. This road show is going to be Sunday, July 20th from 12 noon to 2 p.m. They're going to be at the Maverick Sports Bar off of Hebron Parkway in Carrollton. They'll be recording live out there. If you're in the area, swing by and check out the road show. It's a lot of fun when we're out there. Curtis and I'll be out there.
What, the first like 40 get a free shirt or something?
Yeah. What does it say? I got their flyer here. The first 40 people in the door get a free limited edition shirt. Plus, they're going to have special guests and prizes. Maybe we're going to be the special
I wonder if
guest.
it's limited edition or if it's limited on shirts. I mean, there's a big difference
not too
there.
far from my place. Maybe I'll
Let's stop in.
Come on over, Marcus. We're going to be out there. The crew from Offbeat will be there as well. And the guys on the Treehouse, you've got Dan, Raj, and Trey will all be out there. So, yeah, it's a good time. Swing by, have a couple drinks, order up some food, be one of the first 40, get a free T-shirt. Pack, set up your tent, put out a chair out front, make sure you're one of those first 40. But it's always a good time, the road shows with those guys. So make sure if you're in the area, swing by. We'd love to have you out there. Now, we had a guest scheduled for next week, Curtis, a returning guest, good friend of mine, whenever I was still working at my agency. She was kind of my counterpart in the fire department side, Lauren Sanchez. Lauren was going to be here with us next week, but Lauren actually got called up and deployed to Kerrville. And obviously Kerrville has seen some major devastation lately, and just a terrible disaster down there with the flooding that happened. And we were thinking about all those families who lost loved ones down there, those that are still missing, and just our hearts go out to all those folks, and also our first responders down there working.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of photos lately on social media of guys down there searching, and that's that does a lot. It takes a lot to be able to do that. It takes a lot to be able to process that scene once you're finished down there. I mean, those are images that they're going to be burned in your brain for a long time. So I look forward to hearing from Lauren and seeing if there's any need down there. I talked to her earlier on the week, and there's a lot of people that are collecting goods and stuff to send down there. And she said, she said that the need is the monetary support. So there's several different places out there where you can donate. Salvation Army is one of those, but just make sure you do your research. If you're going to donate, make sure that it's going to one of the legitimate associations down there. But our hearts, prayers go out to all those affected by the floods down there, and as well as our first responders down there helping out. Now, Kynrick.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Excellent.
He's got the first one down.
Four, that's 4. You're done. You're golden now. We're set.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm I'm trying on this one, man.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned you had some stories in regards to nicknames.
Oh yeah. So it's funny how.
I like the excitement there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like it's funny how just that camaraderie build with officers in the academy, right? That you go through. I mean, you really do get tight with all the people in there, and it's just funny how those nicknames stick with you forever, right? And so, so I got a nickname. One of my buddies has a nickname. They had another guy who wasn't.
Wait a minute, dude. You just kind of skipped over that. You said I've got a nickname. My buddy's got a
I'll
nickname.
get to this.
No, he's
I'll
gonna get to it. He's
I'll
gonna
get
get
to
to
it. I'll
it.
get to
Okay.
it. Make sure I do.
He's trying to set it up.
Yeah.
All
So everybody gets up there and we're all goofy. We're all young and we're introducing ourselves. And we had one guy in our class. He's like, "Oh, what was your job? Before you were a police officer?" Everybody introduced themselves. So I was like, "Oh, I was in corporate America." Like real stern. I was in corporate America.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah, it does, right? And you're like, okay, well, what were you, like, financial? He's like, no, I was a bank teller. And so
Corporate America.
Corporate America.
So that was his nickname from then on, Corporate America, all through the rest of it. He couldn't outlive it, right? Corporate America. So it's just like, oh, Corporate America. Every time he would answer, we'd all give him heck, okay, Corporate America, and then my other buddy, he has a mole on his back. It's got its own personality. And so
How do we know about this mole?
well, bunch of dudes showering together every day.
Oh, as
That's
long as
all
we're
you
not
see.
going back to the KY stuff.
Yeah, we're not going back to KY. He affectionately became known as Meatball, and he's still Meatball.
Was
to
there
this
somebody's
day.
job to comb the mole every day since they couldn't
It
see
didn't
it?
have hair. It didn't
Oh, okay,
have
okay.
hair.
It's a
At least back
bald
then.
one. Okay.
He wasn't hairy back then. Now we're all older. Of course, he's hairy.
Meatball,
But,
because he's got a giant mole on his back.
And it was like I had his. I mean, and then my boss used to make all these little cartoon drawings, and he was so good at it. He would just sit there and have like sketch in class, and he had like a picture of the meatball like talking and handed that in class. and he couldn't stay serious. I mean, our class was just out of control. They're just like, you guys are helpless. So my nickname came about one day. We're doing, well, it was like the first day of running. So they make you do runs, and then we had to do push-ups and pull-ups every day. Well, pull-ups weren't really part of the physical assessment at the time, but you had to do, and believe it or not, like you had to do like 10 pull-ups without assistance, and then you had to get to where you could do more and more and more. So the very first day, everybody's nervous. I do like, and then you do like, and then if you couldn't do them, somebody helped you finish.
That was me.
Yeah, I had to get help that day. I could only do like 5.
I think
And
I
so-
got one.
And then they have the varying levels of pull-up bars. Well, I got in the line with the super tall pull-up bar, and obviously I'm not super tall. So I jump up there, I'm doing my pull-ups, and I get to like 4, and I'm like, oh, and I go, help. And so one of my fellow academy buddies, he starts grabbing me and he's helping me do the pull-ups. I get to the last one, I say, I'm done. And I let go, and I just slam down and hit the ground, knocked the wind out of me. And so my class counselor gave me the name of Koralewski. And so to go on with the screwed up last name. So that one, only she calls me that still, she's about to retire too, but yeah, that was pretty good.
Well, a lot of the newer guys don't have the privilege of what the levy was. And so I remember when I was in the academy, when you run up there, they go, "Hey, if you can't do any pull-ups, just let us know. We'll give you something that is going to be a something alternative." So I'd run up there. I was the fat guy, and they're like, "You can't do pull-ups?" Like, "No, sir." Go, give me 3 levies. They're like,
Oh,
"I'd
God.
rather try the pull-ups."
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Like, I'll
talking about that levee along the Trinity River.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
yeah,
And when
it's
they
like
said
30
3
feet
levies, that
straight
meant
up.
that 3 levies meant all the way over, all the way back. That was 1. So you're basically doing it 9 times.
Mhm.
So
And then they
give
make
us
you do
that
it
option.
backwards.
yes.
Yeah, that was.
but yet on the pull-ups, you could have someone help assist you.
Yes.
Curtis, you should have gone for the pull-ups.
Well, I wasn't smart. I didn't say I was smart too. You can't be good looking and smart. You got to pick one.
you can
Steve,
only,
and stick
you can
with
only
it, man.
be 3 things in life: good looking, buff, or hung.
Yeah.
That's it. This is
Well.
your only choices.
Well, good thing I'm 2 of them.
I got nothing.
Okay. So you got the nicknames. You also mentioned you got a prank on a coworker.
Oh yeah. So me and my running buddy back in patrol, he hated snakes. So
Okay, so he's normal.
he's normal. Yeah. So we get a call. This lady calls in about a snake. And he's like, "Oh, I'll go with you, but I'm not going in. I'm not getting the snake." And then we had a family violence detective who was actually a Dallas Zoo herpetologist before he was a police officer.
That's a hell of a jump.
It is an interesting jump.
So
right?
what was his nickname? Herpy?
Yeah. So he hears the call go out. He's like, "Hey, is there a snake in there?" And we're like, "Yeah, there's a snake in here." He's like, "Okay, I'm en route." So he gets his little Steve Irwin, or what was the other guy that did the snakes all the time too? The Corwin. He brings his little Jeff Corwin stick in a pillowcase, and he's like, "Okay, I'll get it." And it was a pretty good size rat snake, probably like 5 feet. And so he's like, "Hey, midnight roll call's about to start. Let's go throw." And so the roll call room was right next to the detective's office, and he had the key because he's a detective, and the door's locked. So he's like, "Okay, we'll sneak in there." So it's midnight roll call. They're all coming in. They're kind of groggy, whatever. And he opens the door and throws that snake in the middle of the roll call room.
No,
And you just
no.
seen everybody just jump up. I mean, you never seen a bunch of old heads just hit the top of the table so fast, dude. It was greatness. He threw it right in there. We oh man, it was good times.
Lucky you didn't have shots fired in there.
We are lucky
It's
of
the
that.
fastest roll call they ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing to report.
It was
Have a
old.
good shift. Bye.
Yeah. Nothing like a roll call desk pop.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we've all had like the critter calls. I mean, there's always some kind of critter in somebody's house, and of course, when you call 911, they route it to us.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a critter call one time where we got a call and say, "Man, we don't know what it is. We don't know. All we know is that it's under this guy's dresser in his house. It's got 2 really big eyes and it's got like teeth." So at that time, I was fresh out of the academy. It was me and my partner, and we drive over to take a look at it. And my partner was a little bit more country than I was, so he was pretty eager. And so we walk in there, and we're on just about guns drawn, but we're all trying to figure out where it's at. He's like, "It's over there. It's underneath the closet, in the dresser." So my buddy gets down there and he looks, and he's like looking at it. He goes, "I can see it, man. I can't tell what it is either." And so I get down and I look at it, and I'm like, "Man, I don't know what it is, but I don't. There's something about those teeth." So finally, he gets his baton out, and he's like, "All right, we're gonna see if we can get this thing coaxed out." So he gets his baton, he starts messing with it, and all of a sudden he starts pulling it and realizes it was a sock that had been lodged underneath there, and it had been there so long that it had fur. It was a dust bunny.
But what were the eyes?
Yeah.
It was just the way it was glistening, I guess, because it was
Oh.
like a dress sock.
Oh my
And I'm just
God.
like, but it looked pretty damn real. We're looking at it, we're like, I don't know what this is gonna be. Let's get it out of there, boys.
Even when you shine the light on it?
Yes,
it,
it had
looked-
like a flicker to
it
it.
just had dust and dog
Yeah.
hair and everything. Oh my gosh.
It was a sock monkey.
Yeah. Oh.
Sock puppet.
Thank you, Pork Chop.
I was expecting it to be a giant bunny with fangs.
Man,
You know,
we
little-
were expecting worse than that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, here's the number to animal control. Have a nice day.
Yeah, no, I deferred a lot to animal control, especially in the daytime. Nighttime nighttime folks, animal control was on call. They could be there in an hour kind of thing. But yeah, during the day, start animal control. As soon as the call comes out and you can dispatch to it, yeah, no, go ahead and transfer that to animal control.
We had a
We
female.
used to go to him just because we were the first on scene, and we just wait for animal control because most time our animal control won't show unless we're there.
Yeah.
So
We had a
Yep.
female that just didn't. She picked up anything. I mean, she took pictures with raccoons. She's holding raccoons, holding possums. It's like,
Oh yeah. She's a taxidermist on the side that she'll just
She
Hey,
works
you
for
gonna
animal
save that?
control.
Yeah. No, she was an officer.
she was an officer.
Yeah. She's like the real life prairie woman. I mean, she can knit you a hat out of that possum skin,
So she's a taxidermist and an officer. Oh,
Oh, and more. Like, she's amazing. She'll like make homemade bread for the station. She's just like, "Oh, I made this sourdough bread with Japanese wheat and da da da." I mean, like, it's amazing. I'm like, what do you? You need your own TV show.
she definitely needs to be a guest on the show.
I think
here.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Okay, we need to get her contact information
Yeah.
from you.
Oh yeah,
Now,
we're her test dummies for her food. I'll be like, "That's a winner." That one's okay, but she tries it, and most of the time it's great.
Speaking of food, you were talking about the Hooter stories earlier, and I understand there's more to tell here.
Oh yeah. So of course, after the ride, we all kind of share our stories and
Going back to the state ride.
the state ride. Yeah.
Okay.
But it, that's like our night to cut it up a little bit and reminisce about everything. And so we're at the Hooters, and obviously, since we only had to walk to the hotel, let me remind everybody that might have been some alcoholic beverages shared. So just going back over some of the things.
Share with anybody.
Yeah, I'm not sharing with anyone.
Some of the things that happened in my career, they're just like funny, and you're like, you start putting them together, like there's quite a few. So one of them is pretty hilarious. It was the partner that I went on the call with the snake with. He and his other buddy were running calls together, and they get this alarm call. It's open door, and so they go out, and the other buddy holds up his gun. He looks at my partner. He's like, "This is why we do this job." Oh. And I'll say Art, my partner, we'll call him Art. He goes, "Are you serious right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, Cagney." And then I'm pretty sure they had an argument about who was Cagney and who was Lacey after that. But it was just hilarious. And then they both went on to be SWAT. So I mean, they're funny dudes. But it's just like, this is why we do this job. And he looks at him. He's like, "Didn't you just do that?" And then we'll get a little more graphic here. So we'll just
here we go.
More. Yeah, here we go. So first one, we'll call him Officer Mike. Officer Mike came from another agency. Officer Mike loved to chase meth. He I mean, that's what he did. And we were working east side, and so a lot of that was heroin and crack and all that, but he would go find the meth too. So one day he gets this guy pulled over. He knows he's a meth dealer. There's some paraphernalia in the car. He's doing a search, and up on the stick shift of the car. Can I use that bracelet real quick? There's like this ring around the stick shift, and he knows where this is going. So he grabs the ring, and he's like frustrated with the guy. So he starts kind of playing with the ring, and he's like, "I know there's dope in here." So he's sitting there pacing back and forth. He's like, "You tell me where it is. I don't want to have to get the dog or, whatever." There's already a little bit of paraphernalia, but he's like, "There's more in here." So he's sitting there just spinning around. And the dude's like, hey, that's, and he's like, "What do you got to say?" So he's like, "Just tell me where the dope is. I don't care about anything else." He goes on, he goes, "That's my cock ring." And he's been sitting there twirling around on his hand for like minutes. And we all like are busting up laughing, like, can't believe he did that, dude.
Look at it, I was like, huh.
He's
impressive.
Like, "Oh, yeah, impressive." And then and to go into that, so a similar story. So
but wait, there's more.
Yeah.
It's related to cock rings. So
The
my
gift
other
that keeps on giving.
yeah, gift keeps on giving. And this is not too far apart in time period. Is my other academy classmate of mine. He was on midnights and I was on evenings. And we get this car stop. It's like a felony stop. We pull everybody out. He starts searching the dude. He's got him, and he starts searching him. And he's like, "What is this? What is this?" And he's sitting there. It's like, "You better tell me what this is. There better not be a gun in there." And the guy's like, "That's me."
You're listening to Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. Visit us online at offbeatcopshow.com.
Planning for the future is challenging, and getting where you want to go in life requires strategies built around your unique financial needs. Alexander Financial Management is here to help you reach your goals. As fiduciaries, Alexander Financial Management will pursue the best solutions for you, no exception. While their decades of experience and service are available to everyone, Alexander Financial especially wants to help first responders and their families. The founder is a former police officer, and the executive team includes a retired fire captain and a retired police officer. Their extensive background in public service gives a deep understanding of the public retirement systems of Texas. So for retirement planning, investment strategies, life insurance, and estate planning, Alexander Financial Management has your back so you can look forward. Get more info at alexfm.com. That's alexfm.com. Investment advisory services offered through Transcend LLC, a registered investment advisor. TE3 and Alexander Financial are not affiliated entities. Insurance products and services are not offered through TE3, but are offered and sold through individually licensed and appointed agents.
And we're back to more Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. We're joined with two guests in studio today. We've got Officer Marcos Mendoza.
Howdy.
And we've got Lieutenant Kynrick Koralewski.
There you go.
There you go. See? Now I've got the nickname down for
Now
you.
you got it.
Guys, if you haven't been to the website yet, check it out. Offbeatcopshow.com. There on the website, you can listen to all episodes, as well as at the top of the website, we've got a link to the RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation. Foundation provides monetary donations to the families of our fallen police officers and firefighters here in the North Texas area. It covers 10 counties. And the foundation tries to get those funds to those families as quick as possible. So if you feel so led, I would invite you to make a donation there to the foundation. Again, that's the RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation. Also on the website, we got a little microphone icon on there. You can click on that icon and leave us a message. If you've got a story you'd like to tell, but you can't come in the studio, hit that button, leave us your name, where you're from, and your story on there. We'll share it on the show. Also, check out the show on Facebook. I'm dying over here.
Sorry.
Week after week, they got to have this down. But,
you think?
Got a little choked up today.
Oh, well, it happens.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, guys. Also, the show is on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button at the top. Costs you nothing. Takes 2 seconds of your time. So make sure you're sharing the show with everybody. If you're an officer, you want to come in studio and share some funny stories, then send us an email at offbeatcopshow@gmail.com. Again, offbeatcopshow@gmail.com. There you go.
We don't do MySpace.
Curtis, you and your MySpace,
It's going to take back off one of these days.
MySpace
he's got that
was
one
so
friend
much
still.
better than Facebook, though.
Forget his
It was, but
Curtis still has stock.
well, probably.
Yeah, you're invested because it's coming.
You know
back.
what? Tom's still my friend.
Love
Well,
Tom.
He was a good dude.
Didn't it become like a music thing later?
I think I heard a while back that like it sold a couple of years ago for like something stupid money, something like almost in the billions. I'm like, oh my lands, that was like that threw me off. I'm like, the one idea I could have had make me thousands, and this guy makes billions off MySpace. So
Now, talking during the break, I understand, Marcus, that you have a story about a trailer.
Yeah. So
And first off, what kind of trailer are we talking about? We're not talking a movie trailer. We're talking
it's
a trailer.
So the only thing only stories or life that I have involves bicycles. So this involves bicycles again. But so this goes back to our first trip to the World Games up in Canada. And so the trailer, it's a big box trailer. It holds a bunch of bikes in it, has all our gear and equipment in it.
Except for your pedals and your shoes.
Except for the pedals and shoes.
yeah, there's no room for that.
So, and it's hooked up to the truck sitting out in the parking lot of the hotel. And I don't know. We got up early. We were out preparing for the day or whatever it may be, or late at night. I can't remember. But so me and Lieutenant go out there, and he gets into the truck, and I'm in the trailer doing whatever. And we could see this wall of clouds coming in. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I guess we'll make it. We'll make it. And all of a sudden it opened up, starts pouring down rain. So he jumps in the truck. I'm in the trailer. And of course it's tornado force. I mean, no tornado, but the wind was whipping. It was crazy. The trailer was rocking back and forth.
It's
And
completely dark in the trailer, by the way. It's black on the inside.
There's one skylight. It had a cover on it. The cover disappeared while I was in it. But and then after that, it just starts pouring down rain. I'm trying to text him on the phone because you can't hear anything. Like call him, and it was. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah. And so water is just pouring in the vent from all directions, and he's like hiding, trying, and like literally no clue. Like, are we flying? Are we? I mean, it was bad. I was like, dude, we haven't moved yet. Like
Yeah,
still,
it felt
So,
like we
so
were
the
going
back
to-
gate was up. You like use the side door to get
yeah,
in?
there's a side door, right? So
Okay.
so the side door slammed shut, and he's like, "I'm stuck in here." Like that was the other thing. You got stuck because the lock was external,
And
and
he-
so,
he-
and I'm like, I'm not getting out until this is done.
So as the tornado,
He's probably
goes
thinking
by,
you
I
just
got-
took off in the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, it was still hitched. We were parked at a hotel and casino there in Winnipeg, and they gave us like this whole little area of the parking lot. So we pretty much just like put the lock on and prayed to God no one stole the truck. It was actually the first time officially that a Fort Worth police vehicle had crossed an international boundary. So that was what was kind of cool about that. But yeah, it started. I mean, it was like a squall line. I mean, because Winnipeg is like flat as a pancake, and that squall line comes in, and
That trailer was moving
yes.
so bad. It was. I was literally
He's just
holding on,
riding out
for
the
life.
storm.
If the trailers are rocking,
Don't come and knock.
Trailers are rocking. Don't come and knocking. I mean, he does love bikes, so
Hey.
you know,
he's protecting the
everybody.
bikes.
Everybody has their thing. We don't judge.
Yeah, you're in the truck checking out the radio stations and
Yeah,
AC
oh, yeah.
and all that.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice.
Yeah,
I'm like, ride it out, buddy. We're almost done.
yeah. He got out and is in the hotel by then.
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at the radar.
Oh, let me
I
go
was
get.
like, you've got
Marcus.
10 more minutes.
and, and you're locked in. You can't get
Yeah,
out.
you can't
I
get
can't
out.
get out. Water
I'm
pouring,
sure
water
not.
pouring in.
So,
Oh,
Ah,
man.
that's
good
not right.
times.
That's not right. All right, guys, that's what we got for today's show. Marcus, Kynrick, thanks for coming on.
It was great.
Uh,
Great to
Thank
be
you.
here.
Thank you for having
It
us.
was a pleasure having you.
Kynrick?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, appreciate that.
Just call him K.
Just K.
Like MIB,
works.
Men in Blue.
Okay.
Well, that was my nickname in robbery.
Oh, no.
Agent K and Agent J. We had an Agent J in robbery. So
Was it Jay Silent?
no,
Not when it's just your own name.
Because then his name would have been. Yeah, no, that wouldn't have worked.
Okay, yeah, we need to shut this down. We're just spiraling out of control here. Guys, thanks for listening today. Until next time, keep it real, keep it funny, stay safe, and watch each other 6.